do believe that. I'm also a person like that who wouldn't like to be too honest and try to ruin or jeopardize any relationship for that matter, right?
Jeopardize means?
Jeopardize is a very good word, okay? Jeopardize means putting something in danger. Now, say for example,
Oh,
cheating in a relationship, okay? It jeopardizes one's marriage. Eating a lot of junk food can jeopardize our health. If you think that there are any grammatical errors that they have been making, if you think that they are not making use of proper vocabulary also, then make sure that you give them an effective feedback. It is okay. You don't really have to think about that feelings, because initially you might just make them very delusional also, and they might just be able to think like they are doing very well when they are not.
exactly.
Encounter a particular learner and he's not being able to speak very well, now you cannot say it very harshly to a point that now he's not at all interested in learning English, right? But what you can do is follow the CRC method. Hello, Karishma, and I don't think you know me, but I know you very well. You're a YouTuber, right? And
Oh
I've
my
watched a
God.
lot of your videos. Yes,
I'm glad. Thank you. I think
yes,
most of YouTube tutors on
yes.
Englishyaari, they know me just because
Yeah,
of those
yeah.
videos.
Yes, I've watched a few of your videos with Preetham Pradhan, and uh, yes, so we belong from same area. So yeah, we belong from Darjeeling, and we are part of
Okay.
this organization which is known as Toastmasters International. So that's how I
Okay.
came to know about you. Anyway, so how have you been?
Yes, yes, I have been doing great. How are
Okay,
you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking, and welcome to my session. So, Karishma, can you please talk about yourself a little bit? Give me an introduction. Although I know about you, you're a
Yeah,
lawyer,
sure.
right? Yes. Can we start?
So,
Yes.
yeah, my name is Karishma. I'm speaking to you from Gurgaon, but I
Yes.
hail from Delhi, completed all my education there. My higher
Mhm.
education is LLB, and presently
Yes.
I'm an advocate. I have my own law firm. Apart from that, I'm doing YouTube, which is side
Mhm.
by side.
Right.
I'm a mother of two children. That's all about me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. I think all these things I knew already knew about you. And I know for a fact that you are a very good communicator also, right? You communicate really well in English, yes. And I was trying to assess your own videos when I was watching it on YouTube a couple of times with Preetham Pradhan. And yeah, you do speak quite well. Anyway, my name is Chodan, as you know, and I'm a tutor here at Englishyaari. I'm also from Darjeeling, and I've always been this English language enthusiast, and I'm into public speaking for 3 years now. Okay, so today, what do you want to talk about? Would you like to talk about the session notes that we have? Okay, yeah, I think yes. What do
We
you
can
want to
talk
talk?
about anything you feel comfortable because I am okay with everything.
Okay, so let's try to stick to our session notes today. It's a very good, interesting topic about is honesty the best policy? Okay, so I think we can have an engaging session on this. Do you think
Right.
that honesty is always the best policy?
I don't think so.
Okay, may I know why?
Because time has changed and we have to little bit we have to change in our principles also, which we have been following for quite some time.
Mhm.
Earlier it was good that honesty is the best policy, but now in this era, if you are being too honest,
Right,
people may not value you. You have, for example, if somebody's call you and you're just available instantly,
right.
and they don't respect you, so you have to
Right.
sometimes lie that I am busy and I will let you know like within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, we'll connect tomorrow and all. But
Mhm.
personally, if you talk about me, I'm still very honest. I can't
Mhm.
lie on somebody's face. That's
Right.
my personality, you can say that.
Mhm.
But it is very important sometimes that for the sake of other people, for the taking care of the emotions of other people, you have to lie sometimes. So it
Mm.
was okay. It's not that 100% time you have to be honest. There are situations when you have to say lie just for the sake of other person sometimes. You can say
Right.
white lie. Yeah.
White lies, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this kind sort of a proverb is too stringent to be really applied on our day-to-day basis, right? And sometimes what happens is we want to say something truthful to the other person, but we might just end up really, really hurting that person, right? And
Yes.
words hold power, so it's very important that we sometimes calculate and also calculate our words whenever we are using it, right? So sometimes, yeah, even I don't believe that honesty is always the best policy in order to probably sustain a lot of our relationships that we might have, a little bit of white lies is okay, right?
Okay.
And that is allowed. Yes. Okay. Are these situations, are there situations where being completely truthful might be hurtful to someone, like I was mentioning? Do you think that, being completely truthful can hurt someone?
Definitely, it can be. And I have read the example in the session notes only that if
Mm-hmm.
somebody is going to get married, but you don't like her makeup and all, but she was like really excited about getting married and looking beautiful. But
Right.
you can't say honestly like that you're not looking good and your makeup is not well because you
Mm-hmm.
are just going to ruin her day. Because
Mm-hmm.
at that moment when she's just going to appear on the stage, she literally can't do with like anything with her makeup because
Mm-hmm.
many people are waiting for her. So at that
Right.
moment, I think you should be quiet. And I think the same happened with me as well during my marriage day. My
Mm-hmm.
makeup was not good and
Okay.
it was pathetic. I was looking literally dark, and she put it, or she has done my eyes black. What do we call that? Smoky eyes. So
Mm-hmm.
on a red
She
lehenga,
had
it was
done smoky eyes on my face. She
yeah,
had
she has
done.
done. She
Yes.
had done. She had
Yes.
done smoky eyes on my red lehenga. It was not going or matching
Right.
with my attire. I was
Right.
not looking good, but I was really conscious about my personality, whether I am looking good or not. So there were few people
Mm-hmm.
who came to me and tell me that your eyes are little dark and it's not looking nice. So I got conscious at that moment. I was thinking that how to remove it, but
Right.
there was another woman, she came to me and she said me, no, it is okay, it's in fashion, it's in trend, so just
Mm-hmm.
be with that, because if you will remove it now, it will make your face literally dark. Don't do
Yes.
anything, be the
Mm-hmm.
same.
Yeah.
So that person's honesty actually that affected me,
Mm-hmm.
because the whole night I kept thinking about my appearance and I was literally sad. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
even smile on my wedding day.
Oh,
So
okay.
don't be too honest.
Yes. Sometimes what happens is we are not really mindful about the things that are going to hurt other people, right?
Yeah, right.
Just because we want to blurt some truth out, okay, we end up hurting a lot of people. And trying to emphasize on their insecurity is not something that we should be doing on their special day, and trying to ruin it forever, right? And I've seen a lot of people also, I'm sure that you've also encountered a lot of people to you who point out those kind of insecurities. I remember when I was, I think I was in my school days, and I was
Mhm.
a teenager. I was wearing a dress and I was looking really pretty, and we were supposed to be attending our school in our casuals. And I remember I just went there, wearing a cute, pretty dress and with my ballerinas, and I was just going. And I happened to be accompanied by one of my friends. Okay, and she, on the other hand, she just looked at me and she told me, "Oh, you have such big calves. The the muscle in the on the leg.
Okay,
So you
okay.
have such big calves, and you shouldn't be wearing a dress." And because of that, okay, just because one person told me something, maybe it was a truth, but at the same
Mhm.
time, I was so hurt. Then that particular complex that I might have had, right? That particular insecurity, it got accentuated to an extent that I became very, very conscious, and I stopped wearing dresses altogether. And it took me really, really long years to actually overcome that kind of insecurity. Have you had any such insecurity, and
Oh my God.
did anybody point it out to you just by being very truthful about it?
No, I think it never happened with me because I'm personally very curious about my own personality. Whenever I wear something, I make
Mhm.
sure I fully satisfied with the costume or dress, whatever I'm wearing. So I
Right.
don't give chance to anybody to comment on my dress at all.
Okay.
And even if somebody does, I really do
Mhm.
not. It doesn't matter for me. The
Mhm.
As far as I am okay, I
Right.
feel that there is nothing wrong with it. Then it
Mhm.
is okay. But yes, if I am conscious about that thing, if I am not sure about it, then it
Mhm.
might be very hurtful. But it doesn't usually doesn't happen with me, or it didn't
Okay.
happen with me.
Yeah. Now I think I have learned to how to, probably never take these things for, in my heart, because I remember that I was very small as a kid, and when growing up, you
Right.
do have a lot of
Got
insecurities
it.
with you. But yeah, I think that's what happens actually. We shouldn't really take anything that people say to our hearts, right? Okay.
Right.
Yes. What are the consequences of lying or being dishonest in a personal relationship? What do you think?
Even in personal relationship, I feel that few lies are okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
even if it is between a mother and daughter or
Mm-hmm.
between a husband and wife. There are
Okay.
some kind of lies which can save your marriage.
Mm.
You know, every minute detail of what you do whole day, it's not just okay to share.
Right.
For example, I would like to prove my point with an example. For example,
Mhm.
my mother, she lives in Delhi. I have no
Right.
brother. We are only two sisters.
Okay.
I'm the time when I got married, I used to we used to have fight, like my and
Mhm.
my husband in the initial
Mhm.
days. I think every couple they fight in the beginning because we did not have actually the experience of living together. So when we
Yes.
start living with someone, we find so many things which we
Mhm.
didn't expect, right?
Yes.
So it's very common or it's very normal part of the life.
Mhm.
But if I
Mhm.
share the every detail with my mother, that okay, this is
Yes.
what happened. She used to ask me daily, how's your
Mm.
life going? Is everything okay or not? Are you feeling happy? Like there are so many questions.
Mhm.
So at those like those time that time I used
Mhm.
to be quiet, or if
Mhm.
I had to share something, I always hide all those things. Simply I lied to my mother about our
Mhm.
fights. I used to share the happy moments.
Mhm.
No, like we did that, we went to this place, we enjoyed a lot. I used to lie
Right.
a lot. I hope my mother is not watching this video. She understands little bit English.
Okay. Right.
So yeah,
Mhm.
but like we have to, because
Yes.
I don't want to hurt her, because she's
Mm.
in her 50s, 60s. Why
Right.
would I tell her all those things just because of that I want to be sound honest, or I
Right.
want to be honest all the time. So
Mm.
similarly, there are few things which we have to keep secret in even
Yes.
our personal life. And
Yes.
many women, I think, do. They never share their income or the money they save
Right.
to their husband, because
Right.
they want that to be secret, so that if any time in future, if any problem arises or happens something wrong, they can
Mhm.
help. For
Mhm.
that particular sole reason they hide, because if their
Right.
husband would get to know, he will be very relaxed, okay, that we have that backup. So we should
Mm.
not let them know that we had that backup, but every woman have some backup with her. Yeah.
Yes, yes, you're very correct, Karishma. As long as the lies are not very huge and not
Yeah.
something that that could like ruin our relationships and all, I think it is okay to keep some of our lies or some of the truth discreet. Also, it is okay. I think being more open and being more honest might sometimes be might sometimes ruin or jeopardize your relationship, then being a little bit more discreet about your and being a little bit discreet and trying to save your relationship using white lies. I do believe that. I'm also a person like that who wouldn't like to be too honest and try to ruin or jeopardize any relationship for that matter,
Jeopardize
right?
means.
Jeopardize is a very good word. Okay, jeopardize means putting something in danger. Now see, for example,
Oh,
cheating in a relationship. Okay, it jeopardizes one's marriage, because what happens is, after a partner comes to know about that particular thing, you either may end up in a divorce, you either
right.
might decide to separate, okay, just separate, not legally get divorced, or you might even reconcile for that matter, right? So you're putting, but that particular thing like cheating has now jeopardized, means put your thing in a dangerous situation now. It's
Okay, got
unstable
it.
now.
It's
So
ruining something.
yes, it's ruining something, putting something in a very dangerous situation. Like say for example, I'll give you another word. Eating a lot of junk food can jeopardize our health.
Got it.
Okay, so that is what it means. Okay, putting something in a very dangerous situation is jeopardize. Very good word. Please incorporate this in your vocabulary as well. Okay,
Definitely, I'll try.
yes. And okay, how do you feel when someone is not honest with you? Can you think of a specific example when that person was not being honest to you?
Mm, sometimes I feel that people appreciate me a lot, even
Mm-hmm.
if they know my flaws.
Okay.
They keep telling good things about me, and that irritates me sometimes, because
Mm-hmm.
at least on this point, I want other person to be honest. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want somebody praise me for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Just because others are praising, you cannot praise me. I have few friends like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they
Mm-hmm.
don't know much about my channel and all, but they keep praising me a lot. So I feel,
Okay.
why is she doing it? It's not good.
Mm-hmm.
But apart
Yes.
from that, yeah, I don't like a person who like is not honest and who
Mm-hmm.
keeps lying.
Mm-hmm.
I 99% of time I try to be honest.
Right.
I really like, even in the family with my kids sometimes, my mother-in-law, if she says something that mama is going there, just to keep them calm, I'll
Mm-hmm.
say, why don't you tell them truth? Why without
Mm-hmm.
any reason we have to lie? I'm going for
Right.
this. I make them understand. These are the lies we speak like for no reason, just
Mm.
like that. So
Yes.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
believe in speaking like being dishonest each and every time without no reason. And even if somebody is getting like dishonest with me, I feel really hurt. I
Mm-hmm.
don't like those people who are not honest.
Mm. All right. A little bit of white lies is okay. I actually had a
Yeah.
learner also from Mysore, okay, and he was a monk. Okay, and I really
Okay.
asked him about, yes, particular learner on this Englishyaari platform, and he was a
Mhm.
monk. And I asked him, is it okay if we sometimes lie in order to save our marriage or save our relationships, right? Because a lot of times people do have that kind of, we do land up in a situation like that.
Right.
Is it okay that we sometimes make use of white lies in order to improve our relationship? And he was like, as long as you're not hurting the other person,
Okay.
right, and as long as that is not trying to ruin anything between you two, it is okay
Mhm.
to sometimes use white lies. It is completely okay as long as it is not hurting the other person. So
Right.
yeah, so from a monk also, he also told us that it's okay to lie sometimes. You cannot be 100% honest.
100% honest. Right.
Okay. Right. Now, have you ever been in a situation where you had to decide between being honest and protecting someone's feeling? How did you choose and why? Now, you've been
I
in a situation, right, where you had put on makeup, right, on your special day, and some people just ruined it by being too honest, right? But have you been in such kind of situation where you wanted to be honest, but you at least tried to protect that person's feeling by not being too honest about it, and maybe like just letting it be?
Okay, so if it comes to me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm brutally honest.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
like to keep saying things even on the face. I don't talk on back rather than
Mm-hmm.
I would love to face it.
Mm-hmm.
So it has happened, I think, many a times when I
Mm-hmm.
talk to like basic English learners. They really do
Mm-hmm.
not speak well, but just to
Mm-hmm.
encourage them and just to keep their feeling safe, I say
Right.
that you're speaking well and you could do much, much, much better.
Yeah.
When the moment I appreciate them, they feel happy and enthusiastic and they feel like
Mm-hmm.
okay, they can do it. So it is not right. Though I feel that it's not right, you should be honest, but I don't know why. I don't find those guts to say somebody on front that you're
Mm-hmm.
speaking very bad. I'm not able to
Mm-hmm.
understand you at all. I can't say that.
Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
instead of saying I say it, but it's not right. I think you should be
Okay.
honest, especially when it comes to judging someone or giving feedback. You have
Mm.
to be honest. But sometimes I end up making false statements with the
Okay.
beginners just to encourage them. Yeah.
Okay. So I think I have a solution for you. Okay. In this particular organization that, I and I'm saying Toastmaster. Okay. Sorry. Like Tutor Preetham Pradhan is, we are a part of this community which is known as Toastmasters International. Okay.
Okay.
And we refer to each other as Toastmasters. So I actually refer to Preetham Pradhan as Toastmaster Preetham. Okay.
Hmm.
And he
Okay.
refers to me as Toastmaster Chodan because we are part of this organization, right? So
Okay.
we follow a very, very important curriculum, okay, which is like we try to write our own script based on the kind of curriculum or pathway that we're following, okay, and we try to write our own script and then we deliver it in front of an audience, okay.
Oh.
We
Okay.
deliver our script, our speech in front of an audience. It is almost for 5 to 7 minutes. And after
Mm-hmm.
that, what happens is we get evaluated for the same. Okay.
Okay.
Who is evaluating us? Our own fellow Toastmasters are. So sometimes what happens is I get to evaluate I mean, like Tutor Preetham's speech. Okay. Sometimes he evaluates me. And it is very important that we give them an effective feedback. Very important, like you're
Okay.
mentioning, right?
Right.
Whenever you are speaking to any co-learner, it becomes important. It is your responsibility to tell them what they're doing good and what they're not being able to do well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how do we do it? Okay, so that it lands in a very subtle manner, but at the same time, you get your point across. Okay, and you need to follow a CRC method, and please follow this in your life also. A CRC method or sandwich method is what we say. Now, CRC, C stands for commendation. So you're complimenting them for anything good that you're doing. Okay, say for example, you complimented them about their confidence, okay, about the way they are being able to express themselves, about how they articulate, and put in the recommendation that you want to. Okay,
Mm,
that way it lands very subtly. Okay, so
mm,
put in the recommendation if you think that there are any grammatical errors that they have been making, if you think that they are not making use of proper vocabulary, also, then make sure that you give them an effective feedback. It is okay. You don't really have to think about that feelings, because initially you might just make them very delusional also, and they might just be able to think like they are doing very well when they are not.
exactly.
Okay, so what we need to do is put in the commendation, then your recommendation. Okay, and then again put a little bit of commendation. I'm sure that if you take this recommendation, then you're going to do very well in life, or probably you're going to hone this public communication skills well. So this is the way to go about it.
Yes. So I think that is there in Englishyaari tutors as well. Whenever they have to
Mhm.
point it out something, they appreciate me, and then in the middle of somewhere they pointed
Mhm.
out that okay, this is the only area you have to focus. So I think that I
Mhm.
need to learn. This is a part of your communication, that how you convince somebody that these are
Yes.
your flaws and these are your potential. So that is also
Yes.
comes, I think, the art of communication. I'm learning that. Maybe
Yes.
probably I'll learn
That
it.
is very important, actually. Okay, and
Right.
we always have to end it on a very high note. Okay, even if
Right.
it is with the co-learners, you have to elevate them by evaluating them. But okay,
Right.
this
Great.
shouldn't be like if you encounter a particular learner and he's not being able to speak very well. Now you cannot say it very harshly to a point that now he's not at all interested in learning English, right? But what you can do is follow the CRC method, follow the sandwich method that I've taught you today. Okay, like start something. There will be something or the other that is
Yeah,
good to talk to
definitely.
them about, right? Tell them that, then give them an honest recommendation, but it is very
Right.
important.
Very important. Yes.
Yes, and then you can say like with this, with I hope that whatever recommendations that I've been giving to you, if you are able to use it, then you'll appear as much more confident and a
Most
better and
important.
eloquent speaker. So something like this, CRC.
Right. Right.
Okay,
Right.
right. So okay, is it possible to rebuild trust with someone after they have been dishonest to you? Say, for example, if somebody in your family who is very close to you were very dishonest about a particular thing that you don't like at all, okay, and somewhere you feel like that particular relationship has now been tarnished, okay, it's been ruined as such. Do you think that it is possible to rebuild the trust?
Yes, if it is about family members, it is possible because when you lives in a family, that you understand their emotions as well. Do you understand that what can be the purpose of his or her dishonesty? So you
Mm-hmm.
have to think wisely while deciding it whether you have to rebuild your trust on them or not. If it is
Mm-hmm.
about outsiders, we may not give chance to prove themselves. But when it comes to our family, our people, because we love them, that is one
Yes.
thing which is that affection is there. So
Yes.
you knowingly or unknowingly you trust. I have seen people, they trust in the marriages also. Like if somebody is
Mm-hmm.
cheated on other partner, the
Mm-hmm.
partner gives another chance, and it's a big thing, I feel, for a woman
Yes.
or even for a man to giving another chance after being cheated. It's a good thing, another great thing. So
Mm-hmm.
in the small matters which are at home, if somebody's being dishonest, it should be okay. I think we should ignore sometimes. It's not, we should not be too harsh on them because they
Yes.
are your immediate family.
Mm. Actually, Karishma, we put a lot of burden on ourselves also to be very honest about our life when we are actually figuring lives ourselves, right? It may be we may have this situation where sometimes our actions are in complete contrary to what our beliefs are. Sometimes it does happen, right? And it is okay if a person is making a mistake and if he really wants to improve himself, right? We should be gracious enough to actually give a chance, right? A
Yes.
chance is something that we all deserve because we are not, because we are humans after all. We do make
Exactly.
mistakes, right? There will be so many points in our life or junctures in our life where our actions are going to be in complete contrast to our thoughts and beliefs, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Completely
So, but
agree.
as long as we are trying to improve ourselves and we actually take accountability for what we have done, I think we are going to be fine, right? You're very
Absolutely.
correct in you saying
But
this.
yes, if somebody is in the habit of speaking lies every time, then I think we should stay away with that kind of person because you cannot build a relationship with that kind of personality. So if you
Yes.
are an honest person, you expect that others should be also honest in that particular
Mm.
relationship, whether it is from family member or from outside. If somebody is getting being dishonest again and again, I think you should
Mm.
leave them alone then.
Yes, with that kind of thing where people are not being able to improve themselves and
Right.
they don't really improve their habits. For such kind of people, yes, we should definitely stay away from such kind of people, right?
Right.
Okay, so when it comes to honesty, it's truly ambiguous. Sometimes we also lie, white lies, okay, to maintain a little bit of relationships. Or sometimes what happens is if we are too honest, also, or maybe then we might just hurt, or maybe maybe hurt somebody else's sentiments also. So with honesty, we do not have like a clear cut solution to it, right? Yeah,
Right.
there is no such thing as like a prototype that we have to follow when it comes to
Follow.
honesty, right?
Exactly. Right.
Yes. Okay, Karishma. I think whenever I have this, I've seen you on your videos also, like I've mentioned a couple of times, and you are somebody who appears very confident when you're speaking. So I have to commend you for that kind of confidence that you have whenever you're speaking speaking and communicating in English, right? You also make sure that you make use of your intonation. The high and the low of the voice is also there. Now what happens is with a lot of learners, they speak very well in English, but they have this very linear sort of a graph when it comes to the intonation, the rise and fall,
Okay.
making the conversation very dry and boring at the same time. So I always tell them, please work on your intonation. It's very important. Effective
Right.
pauses.